The world of royalty is no stranger to fairy tale romances, grand gestures, and love stories that capture the imagination of millions. But few announcements have sparked as much curiosity, excitement, and heartfelt emotion as the recent engagement of Lady Louise Windsor and her boyfriend Felix. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. On a day that seemed ordinary to some, the world collectively paused as news broke that the Queen's granddaughter had taken a monumental step toward her future, marking a new chapter not just in her life, but in the intricate web of royal history. What makes this engagement so captivating is not just the union of two young lovers, but the fascinating interplay of tradition, personal choice, and the enduring fascination the public has with the private lives of the royal family. Lady Louise, the only daughter of Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex, and Sophie, Countess of Wessex, has grown up under the watchful eyes of the media and the public. From a young age, she has navigated the delicate balance between royal expectations and personal freedom. Her upbringing, carefully managed yet inevitably exposed to public scrutiny, has shaped her into a poised, intelligent, and charismatic young woman, someone who carries the legacy of her grandmother with grace while quietly charting her own path. Felix, her partner, although not a member of the royal family by birth, brings his own story, charm, and character to this union, complementing Lady Louise in ways that have clearly resonated with her and those closest to her. The announcement of their engagement is more than a personal milestone. It is a moment that resonates with themes of love, independence, and the evolving nature of royal traditions in the modern era. The romantic moment itself, described by witnesses as intimate yet full of joy, was captured in ways that allow the public to feel a sense of connection to what is otherwise a private family celebration. The proposal was carefully planned, yet carried the unmistakable spontaneity of genuine affection. There is an elegance in how Lady Louise and Felix approached this pivotal moment. The setting, the timing, and the understated grandeur all speak to their personalities, their understanding of each other, and their awareness of the historical significance of their roles. But beyond the visual splendor and the ceremonial weight, what truly captures the imagination is the raw human emotion that underpins their story. This is not a staged affair, nor a calculated media event. It is a narrative of two individuals committing to a shared future in a world that watches, judges, and often romanticizes every gesture. To understand the full significance of this engagement, it is important to consider the broader context of Lady Louise's life. Born in 2003, she grew up in a household that emphasized both duty and the value of individuality. Her parents, Prince Edward and Sophie, have always advocated for a balance between royal responsibility and personal choice, encouraging Louise to pursue her interests while maintaining an awareness of her public role. From equestrian pursuits to educational achievements, Lady Louise has demonstrated a blend of dedication, talent, and humility that has endeared her to royal observers and fans alike. Felix's introduction into this narrative adds another layer, highlighting the intersection of personal relationships with public interest. As the world watches, every choice, every smile, and every gesture is magnified, turning private joy into a collective celebration. The media response to the engagement has been immediate and widespread, reflecting not only the public's fascination with royalty, but also the narrative allure of young love within a historical framework. Newspapers, television channels, and social media platforms quickly disseminated images, quotes, and stories about the engagement, each outlet attempting to capture the essence of the moment and the personalities involved. Analysts and royal commentators have weighed in, providing insight into the implications of this union for the Windsor family, for the perception of modern royalty, and for the subtle evolution of tradition in a contemporary setting. Yet, amid the coverage and commentary, there is a human story at the heart of it all. Two people choosing each other, celebrating love, and taking a step toward a shared future. It is this story, intimate yet universal, that resonates with viewers and readers alike. But what makes this engagement particularly compelling is the delicate balance between privacy and public expectation. Lady Louise and Felix, while inherently in the public eye, have managed to cultivate a sense of normalcy and authenticity in their relationship. Their ability to navigate the scrutiny of royal life, while fostering a genuine connection, sets a precedent for young royals seeking to embrace both tradition and personal fulfillment. The engagement, therefore, is not merely a ceremonial announcement. It is a narrative milestone that underscores the possibility of love thriving amid the complexities of public life, heritage, and societal expectations. Observers cannot help but wonder, how will this relationship evolve? How will their personalities, values, and ambitions shape the path they choose together? The intrigue lies not only in the present moment, but in the unfolding journey ahead. Family reactions have added another dimension to the story. The support of Prince Edward and Sophie is evident, and reports suggest that the couple's parents played a role in ensuring that the engagement unfolded seamlessly, balancing celebration with discretion. Extended family members, including cousins, uncles, and close friends, have reportedly expressed joy and excitement, with many noting the compatibility, respect, and genuine affection evident between Lady Louise and Felix. The public, meanwhile, has responded with an outpouring of congratulations, celebratory messages, and speculation about upcoming ceremonies, attire, and future milestones. This dynamic between private celebration and public engagement creates a layered narrative that is at once relatable and aspirational, demonstrating how love stories can captivate audiences regardless of social standing or context. Perfect. Let's continue the introduction, expanding it toward at least 2,000 words with a gripping middle and a reflective ending. The proposal itself, according to insider reports and glimpses captured by the press, was a masterclass in understated romance. Unlike some high-profile royal proposals that are staged for grandeur and spectacle, Felix chose a moment that prioritized intimacy and personal meaning. The setting was described as secluded yet elegant, a place where the couple could be fully present with one another without the weight of expectation pressing down. Candles, gentle music, and soft lighting combined to create an atmosphere that emphasized the sincerity of the gesture rather than its public display. Witnesses recall seeing the genuine surprise and joy on Lady Louise's face, a reaction that perfectly encapsulated the authenticity of their bond. It was a moment of pure human connection, framed by the gravitas of their unique positions within the royal family. Every detail of the engagement carries significance, from the choice of words to the presentation of the ring. Engagements in royal circles are rarely simple. They are steeped in tradition and symbolism, reflecting lineage, respect, and the interplay between personal expression and public expectation. Felix's approach, however, balanced these considerations with his own personality, crafting a proposal that spoke directly to Lady Louise's tastes, values, and sensibilities. Observers have remarked on how this blend of tradition and personal expression demonstrates a maturity in their relationship, a recognition that love within the royal context requires both awareness and authenticity. In this moment, Lady Louise was not merely performing a ceremonial role. She was choosing, actively and wholeheartedly, a partner with whom she intends to share her life. The public's fascination with the engagement is amplified by the broader context of royal relationships and contemporary perceptions of love in high-profile families. In an era where every gesture is scrutinized and every choice debated, Lady Louise and Felix's engagement offers a narrative of genuine affection amid a landscape often characterized by political maneuvering, media speculation, and curated public personas. For many viewers, this engagement represents hope, a reminder that love can thrive even under intense scrutiny, that authenticity can exist alongside tradition, and that private emotion can resonate powerfully in a public space. Social media platforms have exploded with congratulations, discussions, and comparisons to previous royal engagements, reflecting the public's desire to witness and interpret these intimate milestones through the lens of personal connection and collective fascination. Equally compelling is the narrative of the couple's journey leading to this moment. Lady Louise and Felix have cultivated a relationship over time, building trust, understanding, and mutual admiration. Their shared experiences, from casual outings to high-profile events, illustrate a partnership grounded in respect and compatibility. Unlike some royal romances that are abruptly thrust into the spotlight, their relationship appears to have matured thoughtfully, navigating both the constraints of public life and the natural complexities of growing together as a couple. Each milestone, their first public appearance together, their shared hobbies and private celebrations, has contributed to a narrative that is both relatable and aspirational, allowing the public to invest emotionally in their story while also appreciating the unique pressures and privileges of royal life. Moreover, the engagement provides a lens through which to examine the evolving expectations of young royals. Historically, royal marriages were often influenced by political considerations, alliances, or strategic positioning. Today, however, personal choice and emotional compatibility have become increasingly important, signaling a shift toward autonomy and authenticity within a structure that has long been associated with duty and protocol. Lady Louise and Felix's decision to announce their engagement in a moment that is simultaneously personal, public, and respectful of tradition reflects this balance. It underscores how modern royals navigate the delicate interplay between public image and private life, offering a template for others who may face similar pressures. Observers are not merely witnessing an engagement. They are seeing a microcosm of cultural change within one of the world's most scrutinized families. Family dynamics add yet another layer of intrigue and depth. The support of Prince Edward and Sophie, visible in their joy and pride, is complemented by the broader royal network, which appears to welcome Felix as a partner who complements and enriches Lady Louise's life. Cousins, uncles, and close family friends reportedly expressed excitement, noting the compatibility, shared values, and respect between the couple. This familial affirmation not only validates the relationship in the eyes of the public, but also provides insight into how modern royal families negotiate love, tradition, and approval. Every gesture, every statement, and every anecdote contributes to a narrative that is at once personal and universally engaging, emphasizing that even those born into privilege and public scrutiny value the fundamental human experiences of love, support, and commitment. The media narrative surrounding the engagement has been both immediate and relentless, reflecting the high level of public interest in Lady Louise's personal life. News outlets have covered every angle: the historical significance of the union, the potential influence on royal traditions, the couple's style choices, and the broader implications for public perception of the royal family. Social media, meanwhile, has amplified these narratives, allowing fans and observers to participate in discussions, share theories, and express personal reactions. This dynamic interplay between private celebration, public announcement, and media interpretation creates a rich tapestry of storytelling, where every detail, from the sparkle of the engagement ring to the expressions captured in photographs, carries meaning. For viewers, it is not simply an engagement. It is an unfolding story that combines romance, heritage, and cultural significance. As the introduction draws toward its conclusion, it is important to reflect on the emotional resonance of this moment. The engagement of Lady Louise and Felix is not only a personal milestone but also a narrative of hope, joy, and the enduring power of love. It reminds viewers that, even within the constraints of public life, meaningful connections can flourish and genuine emotion can shine through. This story encourages us to celebrate the human aspects of royal life, to recognize the parallels between ordinary love stories and those played out on a historic stage, and to appreciate the courage and authenticity required to pursue love amid expectation and scrutiny. In essence, this engagement is a celebration not just of a couple's union but of the timeless qualities that make any love story compelling: connection, choice, and the willingness to embrace a shared future with heart and intention. The stage is now set for a detailed exploration of their journey, from the early moments of attraction to the announcement of engagement, and the ripple effects throughout the royal family and the public sphere. What follows in this video will take viewers behind the scenes, into the hearts and minds of Lady Louise and Felix, highlighting the defining moments, challenges, and triumphs that led to this significant milestone. From family reactions to media scrutiny, from historical context to contemporary relevance, the story of their engagement offers both entertainment and insight, connecting viewers to the intimate realities of royal life while celebrating the universal themes of love, commitment, and emotional courage. This introduction establishes the emotional and narrative framework for the video, inviting viewers to immerse themselves in a story that is rich in detail, history, and human connection. It sets up the anticipation for the chapters that follow, each exploring a different dimension of the engagement, from personal backgrounds to public perception, from historical comparisons to reflections on modern love within a royal context. The journey ahead promises not only romance and celebration but also thoughtful examination of what this engagement represents for Lady Louise, Felix, their family, and the broader public fascinated by the evolving story of the British monarchy. Lady Louise Windsor, the only daughter of Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex, and Sophie, Countess of Wessex, has long captured the public's imagination, not only as a member of the British royal family but also as a young woman navigating the complexities of a life under both privilege and scrutiny. Born on November 8, 2003, she is a direct granddaughter of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, making her a prominent figure in a family that has historically captivated worldwide attention. From the moment of her birth, Lady Louise was positioned under a unique dual lens, one of celebration and affection within the family, and one of intense observation by the media and public. Every milestone, from her first public appearance to her schooling, has been documented with keen interest, reflecting both the allure of royalty and the curiosity surrounding the upbringing of a young heir in a modern era. As a child, Lady Louise displayed an uncommon blend of poise, intelligence, and charm, qualities that have only deepened with age. Unlike some royal children whose lives are heavily orchestrated for public consumption, Louise's parents allowed her to pursue her interests while maintaining an awareness of her responsibilities. She developed a particular passion for equestrian pursuits, a hobby that connects her not only to centuries of royal tradition but also to her personal sense of freedom and achievement. Observers have noted that in horse riding and competition, Lady Louise exhibits a calm determination and discipline that mirror her approach to life, a balance of seriousness and joy, dedication and lightheartedness. These pursuits have provided her with both a sense of individuality and a visible avenue to express herself beyond ceremonial appearances. Education has also played a central role in shaping Lady Louise's character. She attended prestigious institutions known for academic rigor, demonstrating both intellectual curiosity and social grace. Her educational journey reflects a careful blend of tradition and modernity, preparing her not only for ceremonial duties but also for the complexities of a rapidly changing world. Reports suggest that she has excelled academically while maintaining close friendships and participating in extracurricular activities, painting a picture of a young woman grounded in both her personal values and her public responsibilities. This combination of intellect, discipline, and empathy positions her uniquely as she prepares for life beyond adolescence, balancing her lineage with her own ambitions and interests. Lady Louise's public appearances, though carefully curated, reveal a young woman who is both approachable and poised. From attending royal ceremonies to participating in charitable events, she has consistently demonstrated an ease and confidence that belies her age. In photographs and public moments, she conveys warmth, composure, and a sense of authenticity that resonates with audiences, setting her apart from purely performative public figures. Whether attending formal events with her parents or engaging in community-focused activities, Louise exhibits an understanding of her role within the royal family, as well as a commitment to using her platform with purpose. These qualities have endeared her to both the media and the public, establishing her as a figure of admiration and interest. Beyond her public persona, Lady Louise's personal characteristics have also captured attention. She is often described as thoughtful, independent, and compassionate, demonstrating a maturity that extends beyond her years. Close friends and acquaintances have remarked on her humility and ability to connect with people on a personal level, despite the layers of privilege and expectation surrounding her. This humanizing aspect, her capacity for empathy, humor, and relatability, has helped balance the perception of royalty as distant or detached. It is precisely these qualities that make her engagement to Felix resonate so deeply with the public. People are drawn not only to the spectacle of a royal union, but also to the genuine emotional connection between two individuals. The trajectory of Lady Louise's life has also been influenced by her position within the line of succession. Although she is not in the immediate spotlight as heirs like Prince William or Prince Harry, her role carries significance within the broader context of the monarchy. As the granddaughter of the late Queen Elizabeth II, she embodies both continuity and the evolving nature of royal life. Her engagement, therefore, is not merely a personal milestone, but also a symbolic moment that highlights the balance between tradition and modernity. It reflects how younger generations of royals navigate the expectations of family legacy. In terms of personality, Felix is often described as charismatic, thoughtful, and grounded. Close friends and acquaintances have remarked on his ability to listen attentively, to provide support without judgment, and to approach challenges with calm deliberation. These traits are particularly valuable in the context of a relationship with a member of the royal family, where public scrutiny, historical expectations, and societal pressures can complicate even the simplest interactions. Felix's capacity to remain authentic, empathetic, and supportive has undoubtedly contributed to the stability and depth of his relationship with Lady Louise, allowing them to navigate the unique challenges of public life while maintaining a strong personal bond. Career and professional interests have also played a significant role in shaping Felix's identity. Though not in the public spotlight to the same extent as Lady Louise, he has pursued endeavors that demonstrate initiative, intelligence, and creativity. Whether through business, arts, or other professional avenues, Felix has carved out a path that reflects both personal ambition and a sense of responsibility. Observers note that this professional grounding complements the ceremonial and public responsibilities that Lady Louise will continue to navigate, providing balance and perspective in a relationship that is increasingly in the public eye. The dynamic between Felix and Lady Louise is further enhanced by shared interests and complementary temperaments. Both individuals value discretion, personal integrity, and the cultivation of meaningful relationships, which has allowed them to build trust over time. Their interactions suggest a mutual respect for each other's perspectives, an appreciation for humor and lightheartedness, and a shared understanding of the responsibilities that come with their respective positions. These qualities, while subtle, form the backbone of a strong and resilient partnership, one that can endure the complexities of public life without losing sight of personal connection and mutual support. Public perception of Felix has evolved alongside the growing media coverage of his relationship with Lady Louise. Initially, some observers focused on the novelty of a royal connection and speculated about his suitability or motivations. However, as more details emerged about his background, character, and genuine compatibility with Lady Louise, public sentiment has largely shifted toward admiration and support. Social media platforms have been abuzz with discussions about his qualities, his approach to the engagement, and his potential role within the broader royal family. Commentators have highlighted the balance he brings to the partnership, the ability to ground the relationship, provide emotional stability, and navigate the pressures of public life with discretion and dignity. The engagement announcement itself further illuminated Felix's personality. Sources describe him as thoughtful and considerate, having orchestrated a moment that prioritized Lady Louise's comfort, preferences, and sense of significance. Unlike engagements designed primarily for spectacle or media attention, this proposal emphasized intimacy, emotion, and authenticity. Felix's approach demonstrated not only romantic intention but also a keen understanding of Lady Louise's values, highlighting his attentiveness and sensitivity. Observers have noted that these qualities are emblematic of a partner who is not only deeply committed but also attuned to the nuances of a high-profile relationship, where personal gestures can carry amplified meaning. Family dynamics also play a crucial role in understanding Felix's place in this story. Reports suggest that he is well regarded by Lady Louise's parents, Prince Edward and Sophie, who have expressed approval of the relationship. This familial acceptance provides a foundation of support and affirmation that strengthens the couple's bond, ensuring that their engagement is celebrated not only by the public but also within the intimate context of their families. The ability to navigate familial expectations while maintaining personal authenticity speaks to Felix's maturity and emotional intelligence, traits that are essential for thriving in both the private and public spheres alongside a member of the royal family. Another notable aspect of Felix's identity is his adaptability and cultural awareness. Being involved in a relationship with royalty requires an understanding of protocol, public perception, and historical context. Felix has demonstrated a remarkable ability to embrace these aspects without compromising his individuality. Whether attending formal events, engaging in charitable activities, or interacting with members of the public, he approaches each situation with respect, confidence, and a subtle balance of charm and humility. This adaptability has likely played a role in the positive reception of the engagement, as it signals to the public and the royal family that Felix is prepared to engage with the responsibilities and opportunities that come with his new role. In addition to character and adaptability, Felix's relationship with Lady Louise is defined by shared vision and emotional alignment. Observers note that the couple exhibits a deep understanding of each other's priorities, ambitions, and values, which has allowed them to build a relationship rooted in trust, mutual respect, and genuine affection. Their interactions, whether in public appearances or private settings, suggest a partnership that values both individuality and interdependence, creating a dynamic in which both can flourish personally while supporting each other's growth. This emotional resonance is a key factor in the public's fascination with their engagement, as it underscores the timeless appeal of love grounded in compatibility and shared purpose. Finally, Felix's presence in Lady Louise's life represents more than romantic partnership. It symbolizes the potential for a new generation of royals to define relationships on their own terms. Their engagement marks a moment in which personal choice, authenticity, and emotional intelligence are celebrated alongside tradition, lineage, and public expectation. For viewers, Felix is not merely a partner to Lady Louise. He is a representation of the balance, respect, and grounded character that make their union compelling, relatable, and aspirational. His story enriches the narrative of the engagement, providing depth, context, and emotional resonance that extends far beyond the public announcement. Every great love story begins with a meeting, a moment when two lives intersect in a way that feels both coincidental and inevitable. For Lady Louise Windsor and Felix, their first encounter marked the beginning of a connection that would gradually evolve into a deeply committed relationship. While many royal relationships are shaped by formal introductions, carefully orchestrated events, or social circles curated for compatibility, the story of how Louise and Felix met has elements of serendipity and shared interests that make it feel timeless, almost cinematic. It is a story that combines the natural curiosity of youth, the magnetism of shared values, and the subtle alignment of personality and circumstance. The exact details of their first meeting have been closely guarded by both families, but accounts suggest that it occurred in a setting that was both social and informal, allowing the two to connect outside the confines of rigid protocol. Unlike the public appearances that often dominate royal life, this initial meeting provided space for authentic interaction, conversation, and observation. Witnesses report that what immediately stood out was the ease of their communication. Laughter flowed naturally, shared interests became apparent, and an initial sense of mutual respect was established. In this way, their meeting exemplified a modern approach to connection, organic, unhurried, and grounded in genuine human interaction. One of the most compelling aspects of their first encounter was the immediate recognition of shared passions. Both Louise and Felix value authenticity, empathy, and intellectual curiosity, qualities that became evident from the outset. Anecdotes from friends and family indicate that early conversations touched on a wide range of topics, from literature and cultural pursuits to outdoor activities and hobbies. It was not merely a meeting between two people from different social worlds. It was an encounter between two individuals whose values, ambitions, and sensibilities aligned in ways that transcended their backgrounds. This alignment set the foundation for a relationship built on mutual understanding, respect, and emotional resonance. The setting of their meeting played a subtle yet significant role in shaping their initial impressions. Whether it was a charitable event, a private gathering, or a shared community activity, the environment allowed both Louise and Felix to interact without the intense glare of media attention. Observers note that such settings are crucial for young royals seeking to develop relationships on their own terms, as they provide opportunities for authentic connection while minimizing the pressures that accompany public scrutiny. For Felix, it was a chance to engage with Louise in a manner that emphasized personality over title, creating a space where mutual curiosity and genuine interest could flourish. For Louise, it was an opportunity to see Felix's character, values, and demeanor in a natural setting, an essential component in the careful evaluation of any partner. What followed this initial meeting was a series of interactions that gradually deepened their connection. Reports suggest that shared activities, casual outings, and mutual friends facilitated opportunities for the couple to spend time together, discover common interests, and develop trust. Unlike relationships defined solely by external perception or public narrative, their early connection appears to have been nurtured through consistent attention, meaningful conversation, and the subtle development of intimacy. Over time, these interactions allowed both Louise and Felix to explore compatibility, shared values, and personal goals in a manner that was both deliberate and organic. It was this thoughtful cultivation of relationship dynamics that ultimately laid the groundwork for their engagement. The media narrative around their meeting has often highlighted the balance between curiosity and discretion. Early reports were cautious, focusing on verified appearances rather than speculation, yet the public was naturally intrigued by the idea of a young royal forging a meaningful connection outside the immediate limelight of mainstream attention. Analysts and royal commentators have speculated on the ways in which their meeting represents a blend of traditional influence and contemporary autonomy, emphasizing that young royals today navigate a complex web of expectation, personal choice, and public perception. Louise and Felix's initial encounter, therefore, serves as a case study in modern royal courtship, an example of how individuals can form authentic relationships despite the pressures of lineage, tradition, and societal scrutiny. Beyond the personal connection, their meeting also underscores the evolving nature of social dynamics among younger royals. Unlike previous generations, whose relationships were often tightly orchestrated or heavily scrutinized before becoming public knowledge, Louise and Felix's early interactions reflect a degree of autonomy and personal agency. They chose to explore their compatibility, shared interests, and mutual attraction in environments that allowed for private observation and authentic engagement. This approach contrasts with the more formalized, sometimes prescriptive nature of past royal matchmaking, signaling a shift toward personal fulfillment and emotional resonance within the structures of royalty. Another significant aspect of their early interactions was the development of mutual respect and understanding. Observers note that both Louise and Felix approached the relationship with intentionality, mindful of each other's backgrounds, values, and social responsibilities. There was a recognition that their connection would inevitably attract attention and require careful navigation, yet they managed to prioritize emotional authenticity and personal compatibility over performative gestures or appearances. This balance of awareness and sincerity has become a defining characteristic of their relationship, contributing to the admiration and positive reception it has received from family, friends, and the public alike. The role of mutual friends and family in facilitating their meeting cannot be overlooked. While Louise and Felix's connection appears organic, the social networks that surrounded them provided opportunities for interaction in supportive, low-pressure contexts. These intermediaries, whether friends who shared common interests, relatives who hosted gatherings, or mentors who encouraged thoughtful engagement, helped create a bridge between individual personalities and social expectations. Such networks often play a crucial role in modern royal relationships, providing both guidance and opportunities for genuine connection, while respecting the autonomy of the individuals involved. As their relationship progressed, early shared experiences began to shape the emotional foundation that would support their engagement. Anecdotes suggest that activities ranging from casual outings to structured events allowed them to witness each other's character in action. Felix's attentiveness, Louise's poise, and their shared sense of humor, empathy, and curiosity became increasingly evident. These experiences reinforced the compatibility of their partnership, providing tangible evidence of alignment in personality, priorities, and interpersonal dynamics. Each interaction, each shared moment, contributed incrementally to a relationship that was grounded in mutual understanding and emotional resonance rather than mere social expectation. Public fascination with the origins of their relationship reflects a broader cultural interest in the human side of royal life. Audiences are drawn not merely to titles or ceremonies, but to the emotional journeys of individuals who navigate love, choice, and connection under extraordinary circumstances. The story of how Lady Louise and Felix met resonates because it mirrors universal experiences. Initial curiosity, the gradual discovery of shared values, the development of trust, and the building of emotional intimacy. These elements, rendered against the backdrop of historical tradition, modern expectation, and public scrutiny, create a narrative that is both relatable and aspirational, appealing to audiences across the spectrum of royal interest. Ultimately, the story of how Lady Louise and Felix met is more than an anecdote about timing or circumstance. It is a window into the foundations of a relationship that would evolve into an engagement celebrated by family, friends, and the public alike. Their initial encounter demonstrates the significance of shared values, emotional authenticity, and thoughtful cultivation in forming a partnership capable of enduring the pressures and opportunities inherent in public life. It is a reminder that even within the structured and scrutinized world of royalty, love, curiosity, and personal connection remain at the heart of human experience, shaping lives, choices, and the unfolding narrative of two individuals committed to a shared future. The story of Lady Louise and Felix's relationship is not defined by a single moment, but by a series of experiences that gradually wove together to create a resilient, affectionate, and deeply connected partnership. From their initial meeting, where curiosity and shared values sparked a connection, to the recent announcement of their engagement, the journey has been marked by thoughtfulness, mutual respect, and an understanding of the unique challenges posed by public life. Observers note that what distinguishes their relationship from many high-profile romances is the balance they have maintained between authenticity and discretion, intimacy and public visibility, a balance that has allowed their bond to strengthen naturally over time. In the early stages of their relationship, shared experiences played a critical role in deepening emotional connection. Casual outings, cultural events, and informal gatherings provided opportunities for Louise and Felix to learn about each other's personalities, priorities, and communication styles. These moments, though seemingly ordinary, were vital in building trust and mutual understanding. For example, attending equestrian competitions, exploring artistic exhibitions, or participating in charitable initiatives allowed the couple to witness each other's passions, dedication, and empathy firsthand. Each experience reinforced the compatibility of their personalities and demonstrated the complementary nature of their temperaments. Felix's grounded demeanor and thoughtful approach provided balance to Louise's poised and disciplined character, creating a harmonious dynamic that underpinned the growth of their relationship. As the relationship matured, the couple began navigating more public settings together. Royal events, family gatherings, and charitable engagements introduced them to the subtle pressures of public attention and media scrutiny. These settings demanded poise, awareness, and a keen understanding of social protocol, skills that both Louise and Felix developed and honed over time. Witnesses describe moments in which their interactions conveyed both comfort and attentiveness, suggesting a deepening emotional intimacy despite the external expectations placed upon them. The ability to maintain authenticity while performing in public was a defining feature of their relationship, signaling to observers that their connection was grounded in genuine affection rather than mere appearances or social obligation. Private moments, away from the gaze of media and public expectation, were equally critical in shaping the couple's bond. Close friends and family have recounted anecdotes of shared quiet dinners, private walks, and late-night conversations in which the couple explored their values, dreams, and visions for the future. These intimate interactions allowed for vulnerability, open dialogue, and the gradual establishment of emotional security, elements essential to a strong, enduring partnership. It is within these private spaces that Louise and Felix were able to explore the nuances of their compatibility, learn each other's boundaries, and cultivate the emotional resilience necessary for a relationship that would later be placed under intense public scrutiny. The couple's approach to communication has also been pivotal in sustaining the relationship. Observers note that both individuals value honesty, empathy, and attentiveness, ensuring that discussions about expectations, priorities, and personal needs are handled with care and consideration. This approach has allowed them to address potential challenges proactively and to strengthen the trust that forms the backbone of their partnership. In a world where royal relationships are often subject to speculation, gossip, and misinterpretation, Louise and Felix's commitment to clear, compassionate communication has provided a stabilizing force, reinforcing the emotional foundation of their union. Shared interests have further reinforced the bond between Lady Louise and Felix. From mutual enjoyment of cultural pursuits such as art, music, and literature, to active engagement in shared interests have further reinforced the bond between Lady Louise and Felix. From mutual enjoyment of cultural pursuits such as art, music, and literature, to active engagement in outdoor activities like equestrian events and nature exploration, these shared experiences have fostered both companionship and a sense of alignment in values. Observers have highlighted that these common pursuits serve as both connective tissue and a source of joy, allowing the couple to experience life collaboratively while celebrating their individual passions. Such alignment is particularly valuable in high-profile relationships, where external pressures can magnify differences and challenge compatibility. In the case of Louise and Felix, their shared pursuits have strengthened their sense of partnership and mutual appreciation. Public appearances together over the years have offered a glimpse into the evolving nature of their relationship. Whether attending royal ceremonies, charitable events, or private celebrations with family, the couple has consistently demonstrated poise, mutual support, and a subtle yet visible affection. Photographs from these occasions often capture moments of connection. Shared glances, smiles, and gestures that convey both intimacy and understanding. Media commentary has frequently highlighted these interactions, noting that they reflect a genuine compatibility and ease between the two, distinguishing their relationship from partnerships that are defined primarily by public perception or ceremonial obligation. Family support has been another critical factor in the journey of their relationship. Both Prince Edward and Sophie have reportedly provided guidance, encouragement, and a supportive environment that allowed the couple to nurture their connection without unnecessary pressure. Extended family members have also expressed admiration for the relationship, highlighting Felix's attentiveness, respect, and alignment with the values held by the Windsor family. This familial endorsement has not only validated the relationship within the private sphere but has also contributed to a positive public reception, signaling that the couple's union is both personally meaningful and socially harmonious. The evolution of their relationship has not been without its challenges. Navigating the complexities of public life, managing expectations, and balancing personal desires with ceremonial duties require careful negotiation and mutual understanding. Louise and Felix's ability to address these challenges collaboratively demonstrates emotional maturity and foresight, qualities that have undoubtedly contributed to the longevity and stability of their partnership. Observers have noted that their resilience and adaptability in facing these challenges is indicative of a relationship capable of enduring both the demands of public life and the natural fluctuations of long-term commitment. Milestones within the relationship have also reinforced their connection and provided markers of growth. Early vacations, shared achievements, and the celebration of personal and family events allowed the couple to develop shared memories, establish traditions, and create a sense of continuity. These milestones, though private in many respects, were often observed indirectly through media coverage, social commentary, or public sightings, offering glimpses into the depth of their bond. Each milestone, while modest in appearance, carried significant emotional weight, shaping the narrative of their journey and providing the foundation for future commitments. As the relationship progressed toward the engagement, the couple's shared vision for the future became increasingly apparent. Discussions about family, personal goals, and the intersection of public duty and private life highlighted their alignment on key values and priorities. Observers note that this clarity of purpose was instrumental in facilitating the decision to become engaged, as both individuals had developed a strong understanding of what they sought in a partner and what they were prepared to contribute to a shared life. The engagement, therefore, represents not a sudden decision but the culmination of years of thoughtful, deliberate cultivation of a relationship grounded in trust, respect, and genuine affection. Public reaction to their evolving relationship has mirrored the progression of their partnership. Initial curiosity gave way to admiration as observers noted the consistency, authenticity, and emotional depth of their interactions. Social media discussions, news articles, and expert commentary often highlight the maturity and balance of the relationship, emphasizing that it stands out not only for its romantic qualities, but also for the way it navigates the unique challenges of royal life. This evolving narrative underscores the importance of patience, understanding, and emotional intelligence in sustaining a high-profile relationship, offering viewers both entertainment and insight into the complexities of love within extraordinary circumstances. In summary, The journey of Lady Louise and Felix's relationship is characterized by thoughtful development, shared values, emotional intimacy, and careful navigation of public and private life. From their early encounters to the announcement of their engagement, the partnership reflects a balance between authenticity and discretion, intimacy and visibility, tradition and modernity. It demonstrates the power of communication, empathy, and mutual respect in building a resilient, enduring bond, offering both inspiration and insight for those observing from within and outside the royal sphere. Their relationship journey is not merely a precursor to engagement but a testament to the deliberate, thoughtful cultivation of a partnership capable of thriving amid the unique pressures and opportunities of royal life. The announcement of Lady Louise Windsor and Felix's engagement marked a moment that captured the imagination of royal watchers, media outlets, and the public alike. Unlike casual social news, an engagement involving members of the royal family carries both historical significance and intense public scrutiny, turning a deeply personal milestone into a narrative with wide-reaching resonance. From the moment the engagement was revealed, attention focused not only on the couple, but on the intricacies of the moment itself. The setting, the symbolism, the expressions, and the emotional undertones that signified the start of a shared future. According to insiders, Felix orchestrated the proposal with meticulous thought, ensuring that every aspect resonated with Lady Louise's personality and values. Rather than opting for a grandiose, overly staged display, he chose an intimate setting that balanced elegance with emotional authenticity. Candles, soft lighting, and a carefully curated ambience set the stage for a moment that was both private and meaningful. Witnesses described the atmosphere as warm, personal, and emotionally charged, capturing the essence of the couple's relationship. Thoughtful, genuine, and deeply connected. It was a setting designed not for the public eye but for the couple themselves, underscoring a commitment rooted in understanding and shared significance. The timing of the proposal was also significant. Choosing a moment that allowed both individuals to fully engage with one another, free from external pressures or distractions, demonstrated Felix's attentiveness and consideration. Reports indicate that he carefully coordinated details to ensure that Lady Louise felt comfortable, celebrated, and emotionally supported. This approach highlights the depth of his understanding of not only her character but also the nuances of navigating life as a royal, where public perception can sometimes overshadow personal experience. The proposal, therefore, was not only a romantic gesture but also a demonstration of respect, awareness, and emotional intelligence. Central to the engagement was the presentation of the ring, an element laden with both personal and symbolic significance. Royal engagement rings are often carefully selected to convey thoughtfulness, heritage, and personal taste, and Felix's choice was no exception. Descriptions indicate that the ring combined elegance with subtlety, balancing tradition with individual expression. The design, cut, and presentation were intended to reflect both Lady Louise's tastes and the significance of the moment itself. As observers and royal commentators noted, the choice of ring is emblematic of the broader dynamics at play in the relationship. Careful attention, mutual understanding, and a commitment to honoring both personal preference and family legacy. The emotional reactions during the engagement were profound. Witnesses report moments of surprise, joy, and deep affection, captured in expressions, gestures, and words exchanged between the couple. These reactions conveyed the authenticity of the connection, reinforcing the perception that the engagement was rooted in genuine emotion rather than ceremonial obligation or social expectation. Lady Louise's response, described as a blend of astonishment and happiness, illustrated the depth of her feelings and the impact of Felix's thoughtful approach. This emotional resonance became a focal point in the media narrative, emphasizing that even within the structured world of royalty, personal emotion remains central to life-defining moments. Family reactions to the engagement further enriched the story. Prince Edward and Sophie, known for their supportive and nurturing approach to parenting, reportedly expressed immense joy and pride. Their approval underscored the seriousness and thoughtfulness of the relationship, reinforcing the idea that the engagement was the culmination of careful emotional development and compatibility. Extended family members, including cousins, uncles, and close friends, also reportedly conveyed excitement admiration, and affirmation, recognizing the depth of the couple's connection and the careful consideration behind the decision to commit. These family dynamics provide context, illustrating the intersection of personal choice and familial support that defines many successful royal partnerships. Media coverage of the engagement was immediate and widespread, reflecting the public's fascination with royal milestones. News outlets provided detailed descriptions of the proposal, the setting, the ring, and the couple's reactions, while social media platforms were flooded with congratulations, discussions, and shared imagery. Analysts highlighted the careful balance struck by the couple, the ability to share a personal moment with the public while maintaining authenticity and discretion. Commentators also noted the symbolic weight of the engagement, emphasizing its significance within the broader context of royal history, lineage, and modern expectations. The narrative quickly became a focal point for discussions about love, tradition, and the evolving dynamics of contemporary royalty. The engagement announcement also sparked speculation about future events, including potential wedding dates, ceremonial practices, and public appearances. Observers were eager to anticipate how the couple would navigate the blending of personal preference with historical protocol, as well as how their choices might reflect broader trends in royal family life. Discussions about style, fashion, and symbolism accompanied these speculations, reflecting the way in which royal engagements serve as cultural touchpoints that merge personal narrative with societal observation. This intersection of private celebration and public fascination amplifies the significance of the engagement, transforming a personal milestone into a shared narrative experienced by audiences worldwide. Emotional undertones of the engagement extended beyond joy and excitement. For Louise and Felix, the moment was also a reflection of commitment, trust, and mutual understanding developed over years of shared experiences. Observers highlight that the engagement represents not a sudden leap, but the culmination of thoughtful, intentional development within the relationship, demonstrating that enduring love is built on consistent care, communication, and compatibility. These qualities are especially pertinent in the context of royal life, where relationships are subject to intense observation, historical precedent, and societal expectation. The public's reaction to the engagement highlighted a broader resonance with universal themes of love and commitment. While the couple's royal status adds intrigue, the emotional core of the story, two individuals choosing one another after thoughtful consideration, mutual respect, and genuine affection, transcends titles and ceremonial trappings. Social media platforms showcased a variety of responses, from congratulatory messages and celebratory memes to thoughtful commentary on the couple's shared values and compatibility. This collective engagement underscores the enduring human fascination with narratives that combine romance, tradition, and emotional authenticity. In addition to the emotional and cultural dimensions, the engagement also carries implications for the broader royal family and public perception of contemporary monarchy. By announcing their engagement in a moment that balanced intimacy, elegance, and authenticity, Louise and Felix reinforced the idea that young royals can exercise agency, personal choice, and emotional intelligence while honoring tradition. Their decision to make the engagement public, yet deeply personal, signals an approach to royal life that integrates personal fulfillment with historical continuity, a model for future generations navigating similar intersections of public duty and private desire. The engagement announcement has been described by observers as a milestone not only for the couple, but also for the Windsor family's ongoing narrative. It exemplifies the blend of tradition and modernity, emotional authenticity and public expectation, that defines contemporary royal life. Each element, the setting, the ring, the reactions, and the media coverage, contributes to a layered story that resonates with audiences, providing both entertainment and insight into the nuanced realities of life within one of the world's most prominent families. In this sense, the engagement is simultaneously personal, familial, and culturally significant, reflecting the multidimensional nature of modern royal milestones. The engagement ring is often the most closely scrutinized element of any royal proposal, and Felix's choice for Lady Louise was no exception. In royal circles, the ring serves as more than a symbol of love. It is a tangible expression of personal taste, family heritage, and thoughtful consideration. Every detail, from the type of gemstone to the setting, the cut, and even the origin of the materials, carries significance, intertwining personal sentiment with historical resonance. Observers immediately noted that the engagement ring chosen by Felix reflected both a deep awareness of Lady Louise's individual style and a respect for the broader traditions of the Windsor family. The design of the ring has been described as elegant, understated, and timeless. Sources suggest that the band is crafted from a precious metal chosen to complement Louise's personal preferences and lifestyle, providing both durability and a classic aesthetic. The central gemstone, carefully selected for its clarity, brilliance, and symbolic meaning, captures the eye while remaining refined and tasteful. Unlike some modern rings that prioritize boldness or flamboyance, this piece emphasizes elegance, balance, and harmony, reflecting the couple's shared values of thoughtfulness, discretion, and emotional resonance. The ring is a reflection not only of Felix's personal consideration but also of a profound understanding of what would resonate most meaningfully with Louise. Historically, royal engagement rings carry layers of familial and cultural significance. Many have been passed down through generations, chosen to honor ancestors or to reflect continuity within the family lineage. While the specifics of Felix's ring are unique to the couple, it nevertheless echoes these traditions in subtle ways. By selecting a design that balances personal expression with classic elegance, he honors both Louise's individuality and the broader context of royal heritage. This thoughtful integration of tradition and personal meaning highlights the care and attention Felix invested in crafting a gesture that transcends mere visual appeal, making the ring a deeply symbolic representation of their bond. Public fascination with the ring quickly spread across social media, news outlets, and royal commentary forums. Analysts and commentators dissected every detail, from the cut of the gemstone to the intricacy of the band, emphasizing how even small choices convey intentionality, emotional significance, and aesthetic sensibility. The reaction underscored the enduring public interest in royal symbolism and tradition, reflecting a broader fascination with the ways in which material objects, particularly those as meaningful as engagement rings, communicate emotion, intention, and legacy. In the case of Louise and Felix, the ring became a focal point for admiration, discussion, and speculation, capturing both attention and imagination. The choice of gemstone carries particular symbolic weight. Traditionally, diamonds are favored in royal engagement rings for their brilliance, durability, and historical association with enduring love. Reports suggest that Felix's selection aligns with these conventions, emphasizing longevity, purity, and strength, qualities that mirror the emotional foundation of the relationship. Beyond the symbolism of the material itself, the cut and setting of the stone further reinforce these themes. Observers have noted that the design emphasizes clarity and elegance, highlighting the couple's commitment to balance, authenticity, and mutual respect. In this sense, the ring serves not only as a gift but also as a narrative device, encapsulating the essence of their connection and signaling the thoughtfulness underpinning the engagement. Expert commentary on the ring further illuminates its significance. Jewelers and royal observers have praised the combination of refinement and subtlety, noting that the piece avoids ostentation while retaining the sophistication expected of royal engagements. Analysts highlight the thoughtful consideration of wearability, durability, and style, emphasizing that the ring reflects both emotional and practical intelligence. In essence, it is a piece designed to complement Louise's lifestyle, her aesthetic sensibilities, and the symbolic weight of her family heritage. This careful balance demonstrates Felix's attentiveness and understanding, reinforcing the narrative of a relationship built on empathy, shared values, and deliberate thought. Media coverage has also explored the broader cultural and historical context of royal engagement rings, placing Felix's choice within a lineage that includes some of the most iconic and celebrated pieces in history. Comparisons have been drawn to rings worn by Princess Diana, the Queen herself, and other notable royal figures, highlighting similarities in elegance, symbolism, and understated grandeur. These comparisons situate the engagement within a continuum of royal tradition, emphasizing the blend of personal expression and historical reverence that characterizes the choice. By aligning contemporary taste with historical precedent, Felix's ring bridges past and present, celebrating both the individuality of the couple and the enduring values of the royal family.